One of my favorite memories of Paula has to do with her cat, Iris. One evening, her husband Stuart had invited me and my brother Pat over to her house. And at one point, her husband Stuart held Iris, the cat, in his lap. And he asked us if we wanted to hear a little music. Well, we were a little puzzled at that, but we said, sure, go right ahead. And then, without giving it a second thought, he proceeded to gently squeeze Iris. And she proceeded to meow and yowl, and strangely enough, it sounded like bagpipes, kitty bagpipes in particular. And after listening to this for a few minutes, we started to laugh uncontrollably, and the cat Iris looked at us as if nothing odd had ever happened. And that's Paula for you, spreading laughter through the world one cat at a time. Over the years, Paula has come to mean a great deal to me, to the faculty at Holy Family, to administration, and to our entire community. She has played many roles within our school. She has been middle school teacher, team leader, faculty advisor. Probably her most famous role has been that of drama director. And while playing these many roles over the years, she has patiently mentored many students and also many faculty as time goes on. I want to thank her for helping to mentor me as a teacher because she has helped make me the teacher that I am today.
Mrs. Egerecht was in charge of, she was the 8th grade homeroom teacher when I was at Holy Family. And my brother, I remember, had her the year before that, and he really liked her, so we were really looking forward to having her as our homeroom teacher. She was the social studies teacher, and she also put on our production of The Wizard of Oz that year, and I got to play the part of the Wicked Witch. But she was always a very good teacher in the fact that she was very approachable, and she was very somebody that you could really talk to, but she expected you to know your stuff. So you felt like you could really relate to her, or that she related to you really well. But you know, she wanted you better do your work or you were going to be in trouble. She also made that transition from 8th grade to the high school really nice, because that's just a tough time for kids. And I know that I just remember that you look forward to that last year with her as your teacher, and it was a really good year. As I went through the school here, she was always the 8th grade teacher, and she was as you came through middle school, she was that teacher that you look forward to having at the end, kind of like the cherry on top of the sundae at the end of your middle school career, and you got to have her before you were sent off to high school, and she was always that reward that you got to have her as your homeroom teacher. So we always looked forward to having, to making that transition to 8th grade and getting to have her as our homeroom teacher.
Well, to me, Holy Family is really a family. We all know each other. We live with each other, not only the faculty, but the students and the families and so on. And I think of the middle school being a family, and Paula kind of being the head of that family, that the person who's been here the longest and who has the most respect and who knows everything that's happening in just about every family in the school, I think. And she's been the person to mentor all the people that have passed through as she's been here. She was here when my children were here, and was here when I first came here, and had probably a difficult couple of years. I've seen a lot of other teachers come in, and she's always a person who's helping them get through the first year, helping them know what's coming next, and knowing the way that Holy Family operates. She makes everything run smoothly. So I just think of her as the head of the family. When I first started teaching computer here, she was the one who would be willing to try using computers with her class. When I first started teaching computers here, there was a computer lab. No teacher had a computer. The business manager didn't have a computer. The principal didn't have a computer. But Paula was willing to bring her class down to type mystery stories when I was in this building and working here, is that every lunch hour, every day after school, the faculty kind of gathers in Paula's room, and we've become really close over the years. I think I've been here 18 years now. I regard Paula really as a personal friend and someone I enjoy spending time with. She's just a great person, and it's fun to work with her, fun to be with her. I'm really pleased that she's getting this award. I can't think of anybody that deserves it more. She's put so much into this school. It's really her whole life.
Paula, I want to take this opportunity now, tonight, to thank you for everything that you have done for Holy Family Catholic School. I want to thank you for your work, all of your time, all of your trouble, all the extra effort with the students, with the faculty, the administration, with parents. You've done a wonderful job over this long period of time, 37 years. We thank you for your efforts, and we salute all the hard work that you've done. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart.
Mrs. Egerbrecht, now don't think that this Lifetime Achievement Award gets you off the hook. You still have to be around for the next 10 years so that my boys can have you in there in middle school. Congratulations.
Hey, congratulations, Paula. I can't think of anybody who deserves this more than you do, and I'm glad that you're finally getting the recognition that you really deserve. I hope we have many more years of working together.
Holy Family Catholic School congratulates Paula Egerbrecht with the Lifetime of Service Award.
In my Holy Family experience with Coach, I'm just going to call him Coach because that's what I've always known him as, he always has been one of my favorite teachers. When you ask a kid on the playground what their favorite classes are, they're going to say lunch, recess, and PE, of course. And I think the reason they say that is because Coach is the teacher. He's the one who's prompting the games, and he's really in tune with the kids. That's what I always remember, is that he knows exactly what they want to do. I play volleyball now, and when sometimes my club will come practice here, and he's always here. I always see him, like if there's a basketball game before practice or something, he's at the score table, and he's always helping. He's always helping with little events like that, well, big events to the school. And whenever I see him outside of school now, he always says hi, and he always asks how I'm doing. And you would think, as a coach and being involved with athletics so much, that he would say, how are you doing in volleyball? How's volleyball treating you? But it's more than that. He asks how I'm doing. If somebody asked me what I thought of Coach, I would say, oh my goodness, you need to know this man. He's an amazing person, and I really mean that, and I am so happy for him. He's definitely the unsung hero.
The impact that Coach Cyphers made in my life was more than just his classroom in the gym, because he actually cared about his students outside of school. And it was one of the stories I remember him by is coming up to me one day after class and saying, hey Gabe, how'd you do in your soccer tournament? And I looked at him and I was pretty surprised. I was like, wow, Coach Cyphers read about me in the newspaper, that's pretty cool. So I walked away with a pretty big grin on my face. So like outside of school, I try harder to do good in other things because I know other people are watching me. In class, he's always pushing the students. You could do good, you can do better, you believe in yourself. I mean, your team might be the one that you want, but I mean, believe in yourself and you'll do good. Outside of Holy Family, I mean, when I graduated, whenever I came by picking up my sister or come to watch a game, whenever I see him, it's just like we picked up where we left off. We go, how are you? How have things been? It's just like we're pretty much friends, not just a student and a teacher. Coach Cyphers definitely gave me a good attitude. I mean, being positive in life will pretty much give you gifts that you won't receive if you're not being positive in a way. Because if you're just a Debbie Downer, I bet he would put it like that. If you're just being a Debbie Downer, I mean, you're not making it fun for anyone else, like, in a way, so.
Well, when I was younger, I was probably in like the 6th grade, and I really enjoyed basketball, and Coach knew that about me. And I would always come into the gym because my mom was a teacher, so I had to stay after for a while. And I'd always come to the gym, and Coach would be there, and he's like, "Do you want to shoot baskets?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I'd be down to shoot some baskets." So he would stay an hour after school just shooting baskets with me, just passing the ball to me and let me shoot. And I don't know, it was helpful in my basketball career. And I don't know, that just inspired me personally, because not a lot of teachers have the time because they have families to go to. Like, he has a family to go to, but he just stayed for his student, I guess. He would come to my basketball games a lot and just support me. And I don't know, he became like an uncle to me, I guess. Not really just a coach, he became an uncle. And like recently he asked me to coach 7th grade basketball. And I was like, no, 7th graders, I don't know if I want to help them. And but since he asked me to do it, I automatically said yes, because if Coach ever asked me a favor, I would do it automatically, because he did all those favors for me when I was younger. So whatever he asked, I'd help him. I think Coach deserves this Unsung Hero Award because, I don't know, he's cared for this school and the children and the parents and the teachers for so long that, I don't know, I'm glad he's finally getting recognized for the effort he puts forward.
Coach, thank you so much for everything that you've done, for having this impact on so many people, me included, and you know, all these little kids. I know they appreciate it, and I definitely do. And you are very deserving of this reward, and just everything that you've done for so many people in the past, I know that has rewarded you and is rewarding you now, and hopefully that will continue to reward you for a very long, long time. So thank you very much.
Coach Cyphers, I would like to congratulate you on the award you're getting tonight, and I would like to speak on behalf of all of your students by saying thank you for impacting all of our lives.
Congratulations, Coach. No one deserves this more than you. We are so blessed to have you in our lives.
Holy Family Catholic School congratulates Coach Pete Cyphers with the Unsung Hero Award.